The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
And welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Okay, so the market, again, in the last 2 days, dropped over 800 points. We have what we call now a little bit of a relief rally, but the market is at the same place, in the same phase. The phase that we are in the stock market right now is exactly where it was just before the dot-com crash, where over $8 million in value was wiped out. The phase we're at right now in this stock market is exactly where it was just before the financial housing crash. We wiped out about $13 trillion was wiped out between equity and homes and, of course, stock equity. We're exactly there, the same exact place. The market, when you go look at it, it has not rallied or hold a rally since October of a year ago. 1 year ago today, the market started to crash, went down 20%. Went back up to where it originally was and stopped. For 1 year, since October, you go look on a chart, since October last year, 12 months ago, we're no further, after a whole year, we're no further than we were a year ago. What does that tell you? The economy is not growing. I mean, in 1 year, you can't get the market to break out and hold a new high, but nobody talks about it. The fake financial news network doesn't talk about it. I tell you that all the time. It's amazing to me. People think the fake news is just with politics. It's with the financials. Same thing. Fake financial news network. Here, listen to this. This is unbelievable. Listen to this. They brought in the expert this morning on Fox. They brought the expert in. Neil Cavuto brought him in. The expert. Yeah, he's some expert, all right. Listen to this.
Because the stock market went down, it was down close to 500 points. What's going on?
Well, you know, it's October, and you know October, of course, it's a scary month. It's not the scariest month, but it tends to find an excuse to sell off.
Wait a minute. Markets don't find an excuse to sell off. They just don't find an excuse. How does the market get together and say, hey, let's find an excuse? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Markets do not find an excuse to sell off. Markets go up and market goes down based on inflow of money, outflow of money, based on profits, based on net worth. It's just the silliest thing I've ever heard. Let's let him finish.
Because the stock market went down, it was down close to 500 points. What's going on?
Well, you know, it's October, and you know October, of course, it's a scary month. It's not the scariest month, but it tends to find an excuse to sell off. The overall fundamentals, as they say, are pretty sound.
Fundamentals are pretty sound. What's he, nuts? Fundamentals are sound? How can he say that? We have historic trade deficits, $80 billion a month. Those are job killers. Historic budget deficit, $100 billion a month. This is nuts. The national debt is the largest ever at $22 trillion. We are paying so much interest on our national debt. We have to borrow from China. We have no money left over for research and development. We have no money left over to fix our highways or our roads. Our government each day spends $6 billion more than it takes in income. For every $1 our government takes in revenue, it spends $2. As a result of that, our government's net worth is negative $20 trillion. The government borrows 40% of the money it spends. And for every $1 it spends, it borrows $2, as I just said. This is unbelievable. Think of it this way. The government is borrowing $5 billion a day, or $52,000 a second. What are you, nuts? Wages. Your paycheck is the same now, adjusted for inflation, as it was in the 70s. No wage increases. They lie about that. We have the highest amount of part-time workers ever, 300,000 a month. But what's he tell us? Everything's fine.
There's got to be a difference between things slowing down and things turning the wrong way.
Absolutely. I'm glad you made that distinction because, Europe goes the other way. So there's a big difference between slowing down and hiring slowing and stopping or getting big layoffs. There are some of them. Kroger announced that it's laying off hundreds of people. So I'm not, saying none of that's going on.
What is he talking about? You talk about nonsense, jibber jabber. Well, it's not, but it is. It's going this way. Are you kidding me? This is insane. Our manufacturing used to account for 53% of the economy. It now accounts for just 9% of the economy. Manufacturing workers used to be 25% of our economy back in 2006. Less than 8% now. Oh, and he says fundamentals are just fine. That's a pretty lousy fundamental. Since 2008, we lost 5 million jobs. NAFTA alone, we lost 900,000 jobs. This is crazy. So how did we get to the same phase that we got to with right before the dot-com crash and right before the housing crash, financial crash? We're right there. Same thing. How do we get there? Well, first of all, Congress. They're too busy going after Trump. Remember, Congress appoints to its Senate and House banking committees. They're supposed to be appointing intelligent members to these two committees, to the Senate and Housing Banking Committee. They have responsibilities to protect our investments. They're supposed to monitor our investments so that we benefit from them. Their responsibility is to keep our economy on a sound footing. Are you nuts? We're not on a sound footing. They're supposed to protect our nation's economic security, to help working families by making sure there is maximum employment. We're not talking about bartender jobs and waitress jobs and $300,000 a month part-time jobs. Their responsibility is to make sure we have stable prices. Here's the big one. And this is why this market is right where the dot-com crash was and the housing crash. It is their job to protect us from inflation by raising and lowering interest rates. That's their job. Congress is supposed to do that. That's why we're right where we were with the dot-coms, the housing exact same place now. Because, see, they're too busy going after Trump. I don't care if you're a Republican. I don't care if you're a Democrat. I don't care if you hate him. I don't care if you love him. The point is, our Congress is so tied up with this stuff, it's not taking care of their responsibilities to make sure hard-working families, to help these working families, to make sure that we don't have inflation. What is inflation? Prices that keep going up. They lie. They lie about inflation. They say, oh, there's little inflation to no inflation. Are you nuts? First comes the inflation, then comes the recession, then comes the crash. We'll talk about that when we get back and how we're doing with our portfolio of stocks.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
We make sure our gang members are positioned to sell the market short with the same ease as going long. So you join the gang for $39.95, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You decide when you join the gang of our membership group what you want to follow. So let's say you decide you want to start following gold. Okay, so let's say you're going to follow AU. And by the way, we started to buy AU on May 30th. We're up 89%. We're there every day to tell our members what to do. At 2 o'clock, there's the video. Or if you want to be aggressive and you want to be a real trader, just come to my class every day from 9:30 to 11. That's your choice. If you get confused, you get a hold of us. You have your own personal coach, for God's sakes. And if you do exactly what we tell you in that video every day, you'll be making money consistently.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. Learn, invest, and make profits with philsgang.com and give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
I think what rattled investors earlier was a sign that, factories were contracting a little bit. The folks who buy stuff at those factories weren't buying as much.
Yeah, factories are just contracting a little bit. Folks aren't buying. No big deal. Really? Factories are more than contracting. What are you, nuts? I mean, people are not spending. They're not spending. They're tapped out. And I'm going to explain why in a moment. First, I want to talk a little bit about stocks. I think gold, again, we made a lot of money this year in gold. We caught it right at the right time. When the yields started to invert where you could make more money, get more interest by loaning the government over 3 months than over 10 years, that identifies there's a problem in the economy. When investors are just willing to loan 3 months, and the government needs to raise rates, they got to say to you, look, how about I'll give you more money on 3 months than we do 10 months or 10 years. Right away, that tells you something's wrong. If the government is saying, I'll give you a much higher rate just for 3 months, that's because they can't borrow, because the economy's in trouble. The more people shoot to and they're going to go to the bond market. They always go to the bond market. And when they go to the bond market, the first thing that happens, when they buy, yields drop, dollar drops, gold goes up. The only thing that's been happening now with gold, the dollar, if you go back, though, I got to say this. If you go back, God, I sound like a voodoo. Let me back up a little bit. In May of this year, May 30th to September, our golds went up 60%, our returns 60%. At the same time, the dollar was going up. That's very, very, very unusual. Golds usually go up when the dollar is going down. Because the reason the dollar goes down, people are getting out of the stock market, going to the bond market. That shows there's fear. That shows there's no confidence. So people say, I want to be in bonds. I don't want to be in stocks. So the yields drop, dollar drops. And when they see dollar drops, everybody goes into the gold market. But because things are bad everywhere, many people are buying dollars. It's the world economy. I mean, it's the world. It's the dollar for everybody. If you're a Chinese and you want to buy oil, you need dollars. If you're in India, you want to buy oil. It's the reserve currency. You got to have dollars. So they're dumping all their currencies and they're buying dollars, and that's why dollar has been going up. But what's amazing is the dollar was going up in May to September as gold was going up, both going up together. So what's going to happen is we're going to eventually see gold soar again, because with the heavy debt we have, the dollar is going to just plunge. And when the dollar always plunges because of heavy debt, and the dollar is going to drop. So you got to keep your eye on gold. That's where the money's going to be. But I want to explain something. If you really think about the economy, most people have no idea what a recession is. They have no idea how an economy works. They have no clue. And what oversees everything is the Federal Reserve. They're very important because the Federal Reserve identifies when to raise interest rates, when to lower the interest rates, to keep it nice and steady so we don't have inflation. See, what happens is this. When you keep rates low and you keep printing money to keep those rates low, because when they print and print and print to buy treasuries to drop interest rates low, so to give CEOs on Wall Street money so they can buy their company stock to push their stock up, that's the biggest threat to our economy, and it's showing up now. The biggest threat ever is stock buybacks, because the more that they print money and the more they give to the CEOs, the more stock buybacks. And here's what happens. When we have, and all of a sudden, the more money these people have, the CEOs have, the more you drop interest rates, the more money they print, and they try to get people to go out and buy stuff. That inflates prices. It's just not giving the CEOs money to buy their own stock back. When you print a lot of money and keep dropping interest rates low, it causes everything to inflate. All goods, all services, including stocks, all inflate. That's called inflation. And it's inflation that causes your recession, then the crash. See, by the Federal Reserve printing money to buy bonds to keep those rates low, it induces you, the consumer, to go into debt to purchase more goods, more services, another car, another this, another that, go fix your kitchen. So the more they give you that money, you keep going out and buying, then all of a sudden you're buying more than you're buying more than your income. And right now, on average, people are buying more stuff, they're spending 40% more than their income. But they feel wealthy. See, so they keep printing the money, and who's they? The very, very wealthy. They control the Federal Reserve. And they want to make sure interest rates stay low. And keeping interest rates low, and to keep saying there's no, as long as they keep lying and say there's no inflation, they won't raise interest rates. And as long as the rates are low and they keep printing money for them, they can keep borrowing that money and keep putting in the stock market, and their stocks keep going up. So what the financial networks don't want you to know is consumers are out there spending. They're getting all this money. They go and borrow and they get credit cards and they keep going into debt and they feel wealthy. But that is going to put us right into a recession. Because the more money they print, every dollar in your wallet keeps on declining, keeps going down and down and down. So your dollar gets weaker, and the more people buy, the more inflation. And then soon, all of a sudden, you're in trouble. I'll talk about that when I get back in some more stocks.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the markets open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
We make sure our gang members are positioned to sell the market short with the same ease as going long. So you join the gang for $39.95, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You decide when you join the gang of our membership group what you want to follow. So let's say you decide you want to start following gold. Okay, so let's say you're going to follow AU. And by the way, we started to buy AU on May 30th. We're up 89%. We're there every day to tell our members what to do. At 2 o'clock, there's the video. Or if you want to be aggressive and you want to be a real trader, just come to my class every day from 9:30 to 11. That's your choice. If you get confused, you get a hold of us. You have your own personal coach, for God's sakes. And if you do exactly what we tell you in that video every day, you'll be making money consistent.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. Learn, invest, and make profits with philsgang.com and give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. We have never been so close to a stock market crash as we are now. I predicted on January 6th of 2018 that we were going to have a crash. I said it'll first start out, this was January 2018, I said we'll get our worst month in December. And we did, because we had our crash in October 2018, and then they rallied it back up in January to right where it crashed. So we've been there for a whole year now. Went down 20%, went right back up 20%. They came in, fixed it, financially engineered it to bring it right back up. And since then, we've gone nowhere. For 1 year, we've been right at this smack at the same place. So what's going on? And here's what they don't want you to know. They keep lying to us. Who's they? The Federal Reserve. Now, who controls the Federal Reserve? Well, we have banking committees. We have the House Banking Committee, we also have the Senate Banking Committee. And they're supposed to put responsible people on these committees, because that's a serious job. I mean, that's pretty serious. I mean, you got a responsibility to keep our economy on sound footing. You got to protect our investments. They're supposed to protect and monitor our investments to make sure that we benefit from them. They're supposed to help all our working families, make sure there's maximum employment, they got good jobs. Make sure we have stable prices. What's that mean? Well, when you keep printing a lot of money and you keep giving all this money and interest rates keep going down, you make available a ton of money and interest rates low, people go crazy. They just keep on borrowing and buying and buying and buying. The more people buy, that's called inflation. That rises, that demand, with all this low rate money. We keep interest rates too low for too long. This is the damage it does. And this is why we're so close to a crash, closer than we've ever been before. Because all that printing of money and it's used to buy goods and services, it reduces the purchasing power of each dollar in your pocket. Every dollar in your pocket, the more money you have, the lower rates, the more money, and you go out and spend, and you feel wealthy because, gee, they dropped rates, you can get a car, you can do this, you can do that, easy credit. But what you don't realize, while you're piling on debt, buying a car, remodeling a kitchen, doing all this stuff, you don't understand, they won't tell you this, you're reducing the purchasing power of each unit of paper in your wallet. So they print all this money, they say, here, I'm going to loan you this money almost no rate. Go buy a new kitchen. Go buy a watermobile or ski mobile, whatever. And you do. And you go spend. Now all of a sudden you're spending more than you're making. But you still feel wealthy because they keep over there pointing to the stock market. You see the stock market going up. Because the same thing is happening over there. They keep printing and give the money to the big boys so they can keep buying their own shares back to CEOs to keep pushing the stock market up. So everybody's got gobs of money. Everybody can borrow it because interest rates are so low. But what that does, the prices keep going up because of the demand. And more prices go up, more people get into debt, they keep buying stuff. What they don't realize, the purchasing power of those dollars in your wallet are going down. Then you reach a point where all of a sudden the spending starts slowing up because that purchasing power goes down. And as that purchasing power goes down, all of a sudden spending starts going down. When spending goes down, profits go down. Companies. Then all of a sudden the economy declines, starts slowing up like we're seeing now. Remember, we went from a 3% GDP to a 2% GDP, and this next quarter is going to be 1.5% GDP. That's because of all that free money, cheap money, people who bought and purchased. And while what's amazing about it, people don't realize, as they're purchasing all this stuff through debt, their debt going up, but every dollar in the wallet is going down in value. Think about that. So you're putting on one side, your debt's going way up, but to pay that debt back with the dollars, your dollar value is going down. Nobody tells you that. Now what happens? That reduces spending because all of a sudden people say they got all this debt, and all of a sudden the dollar value of their dollars, the value is not there. All of a sudden they got to start paying back. And my God, I'm not getting my dollars value is down in half. Holy man, I got to pay this back. So they can't pay it back. That's what happened with the dot-com crash. That's what happened with the housing crash. Same thing. That's right where we are now. So then when you stop your spending because it's a struggle to start paying back all that stuff you bought on credit, and it's the real struggle, all of a sudden spending stops, profits decline, the economy declines. We saw that, 3, 2, next quarter is going to be 1, and the economy stops growing. What happens then? And then we have negative housing starts. This is when a recession comes in now. Negative housing starts, negative pending home sales, negative durable goods orders, and the yield starts to invert. What does that mean? That means all of a sudden we start seeing the government say, hey, I'll give you more money at a shorter term. You loan me more money on 3 months. Okay, I'll give you more of a rate than on 10 years. You got a huge warning. That causes the recession because what happens is CEOs stop spending. And when the CEO stops spending in business investment, it's over. So you got people that can't, now people, their jobs are getting laid off. They can't pay back their debt. More people get laid off, can't pay back their debt. Companies aren't buying equipment, machinery, not hiring. All of a sudden you're in a recession, then you go immediately to a crash. That's right where we are. That's exactly what happened with the dot-com, the housing con, and we're right there, almost right there. So who was supposed to stop all this? It was supposed to be the Federal Reserve, is members overseen by our Senate and Housing Banking Committee. But they're too busy going after Trump. And guess who's the head of the Housing Banking Committee? This idiot right here.
This liberal will be all about socializing and the government running all of your companies.
Yeah, she's in charge of all this.
We should be outraged, and the members of Congress should represent their constituents and stand up against this president and demand that he is impeached. We should be out.
Can you imagine? So it's her responsibility to protect our investments, to make sure when all these prices were going up, we had all this inflation because they kept rates too low for too long. It was her responsibility to raise rates. But she didn't raise rates. Why? Because the wealthy are paying her to make sure she doesn't raise rates. Because the very wealthy, remember, 5% of the people control 80% of the stock market. They don't want rates to go up because they're buying their own stock back with zero, almost, paying no interest. Her job was to make sure we never got to where we are now. And the bad thing about the Federal Reserve, they did the same thing with the dot-com crash. They did the same thing with the housing crash. Like housing, remember the prices going up? They're going up, then they doubled, then they tripled. They should have been raising interest rates going up, but why didn't they? Because the people who control the Federal Reserve, how do they control the Federal Reserve? By controlling Congress, giving them money for their, donating millions of dollars to them. So there's nobody controlling this anymore. So we can keep creating these bubbles. Let these bubbles go up, let them pop, come back down, start a new bubble. Start the dot-com bubble, let it pop, come back down, we'll start the housing bubble. Start the housing bubble, it pops. Now it came down, we started the QE bubble. Now we're very close to that popping. It'll come down, and we start another bubble. That's why you got to learn how to make money, whether the market's going up or the market's going down, because that's where we are today. We are in a bubble-making process here. That's what it's all about. It's all man-made. And we got that idiot who's supposed to be overseeing everything for us. Are you kidding?
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
We're speaking with Jared Douglas. He's a licensed mortgage loan originator, and his company's called Cash Call Mortgage. Let me give you his number, 949-535-9385, or you can go to cashcallmortgage.com. Jared, I want to thank you. The service you gave us was incredible. Why don't you explain a little bit when you say how you specialize in alternative products for self-employed applicants?
Yes, thank you, Phil. Thanks for having me on. So what we specialize in is alternative products
product for applicants who are self-employed. We have a product for applicants that are, have a lot of assets but no documentable income. And then we have another version for, real estate investors. So there's 3 versions of our alternative approach or alternative product that helps people with, outside-the-box scenarios get financing.
Again, let me give you his number, 949-535-9385, 949-535-9385, or you can go to cashcallmortgage.com.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Thousands of investors trust philsgang.com to deliver the tools and resources they need to invest with confidence. With the Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock charts, you have the power to create highest quality, color-coded, easy-to-read charts in just a few simple clicks. Designed specifically for technical analysis and investing, the Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock chart seamlessly integrates and functions on mobile, tablet, desktop, and web devices. Isn't it time you leave behind the old stock research routine, spending hours reading websites, out-of-date newsletters, and magazines? Instead, subscribe to the Phil's Gang MaxVest 1000 stock charts and plan your entire investment strategy. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264, and we'll see you on the charts. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. It's really sad that all this time they're taking in Congress, they should be looking out for your retirement. They should be dealing with the Federal Reserve. They should be getting rid of the Federal Reserve. Instead, They're focusing on this impeachment. Whether you hate them and you want them out of office is ridiculous. But if you do, that's fine. But isn't it more important they focus on our retirement, that they focus on the Federal Reserve who is screwing us with inflation every day? It's really interesting. What people don't understand is, they don't understand, well, how did we get a dot-com bubble? And then all of a sudden we got a housing bubble. And now we got the biggest bubble in history, a QE bubble. And then we're going to get a next bubble. Would they just show up by magic? Like, poof, they're there? Poof. No, it doesn't work that way. Because somebody is not watching the inflation switch at the Federal Reserve. Well, guess why they don't want them watching the inflation switch? Because the very, very wealthy get even more wealthy by making sure, by saying there's no inflation, that they keep printing money. The only thing that can stop the printing of money if you admit to inflation. And they have to raise rates. And when you raise rates, then the very, very wealthy don't get richer in the stock market because they depend on borrowing money near zero rates and having a ton of money to keep buying stocks. So if you think we've had 3 bubbles now. And when you have the bubble and you have the inflation from all that money coming, all that free money, having interest rates too low for too long, and whether it's the retail person, the consumer's going spending because you can get credit, or whether it's a corporation goes spending, it's the same thing. It pushes these prices up and up and up. And then it pushes the dollars in your wallet down. Then you get a point, you say, Okay, when the bubble finally bursts and it comes back down and they wipes out like the dot-com bubble wiped out I think it was like $6 or $8 trillion. Now you'd think, well, you know what? Let the recession happen, because recession is good. Why? What does the recession do? Well, a recession is good because it cures the inflation. If you let the recession hit, that means companies can't borrow money. That means the stock prices that went from $10 to, that should have never been at 70, come back down and find out where they should be. Let's say a stock was at 10, went to 70. That's all because of inflation, all that free money to go borrow and buy stocks, the CEOs, right? So the stock goes from 10 to 70. That's creating the bubble. That's inflation. Well, when the market finally crashes, then what happens? When the market starts going back down, what they need to do is let a recession occur. That means they can't keep borrowing money anymore. That means they got to clean their balance sheets up. What it does is cures inflation. That money's gone. All that like cocaine, it's gone. It's gone. You got to get that money out of the system. You got to soak it up. Once you soak that money up, yeah, you're going to be in pain for a little bit. You may be in pain for 12 months, but that means all companies, they're going to be resetting their prices on their stocks. Instead of $70 stock, it should be down to $25. That's where it should be. But it's only at 70 because the prices keep inflating, because the fuel is cheap money and low rates. Well, once the market crashes, let the recession happen. But they don't do that. What do? They print more money. They print more money and lower rates even more to start another bubble, the housing bubble. Wait a minute. Why are we starting a housing bubble? We just crashed in the dot-com bubble, and we had all this free money and pushed all the stock prices up and the inflation. Now we finally crashed. Let's not do it again. Let the recession happen. Let that recession cure the inflation, stop the inflation, stop prices from going up. And then after 12 months, everybody's strong again. Then the economy becomes strong. Instead of creating 150,000 jobs a month, you'll be creating 300,000. It's a whole new world. It works. But they didn't do that with the dot-com, so they said, well, let's come up with something else. Why don't we use houses this time? We used tech stocks before. We'll use houses. Oh, okay. Get the printing machine going. They get the printing machine going. Okay, let's take all this money. Let's drop interest rates. Let's drop them down to near zero. And let's loan all this money to people in houses, give them easy credit, and they're out there buying houses. Prices are going up. There goes inflation again. People are doubling their prices of a house, tripling their price of a house. They all feel rich. It's called the fake wealth effect. All of a sudden, they realize, wait a minute, I got all this debt, and the dollars in my pocket aren't worth what they were. So I got all this debt. I got to pay the debt down. But instead of my dollar being worth $1, it's only worth 10 cents. How the hell am I going to pay my debt down? Well, that's what happens. So now the economy stops. Businesses cut back. They cut your job. Bam, there you go, a crash. Now you'd think they'd learn the second time and say, we're not going to do that again. God, let's stop this inflation. We got to stop these low rates. We're keeping rates too low for too long. We're creating this inflation. We're creating these prices that keep going up and up. And people keep spending. And they're spending more than their income. And now when they got to pay it back, they can't, because as their debt was going up, the value of their dollar in their pocket, or the purchasing power of that dollar, has gone down. Their debt's going up by 100%. Let's say by 50%, their debt's going up by 50%, and the purchasing power in their wallet is gone down by 50%. That's the game. Who's making all the money? The very, very wealthy. They're making the money in the stock market. So the housing crash came. Now you'd say, well, this is the second time, for heaven's sakes. The first time, $9 trillion was wiped out with the dot-coms. The housing and financial con, we got 13 trillion wiped out. We can't go through this again. Let's stop this money printing. Let's stop the money printing. Let's stop the low interest rates, for heaven's sakes. That will stop the inflation. Let's go into a recession to stop this inflation. Yeah, we'll be in pain. They didn't do that. The third time they said, let's print money again. You say, we're going to go through this again? The economy lost With the dot-com crash, got wiped out $9 trillion. They got wiped out on the housing crash. The economy got wiped out another, let's say, $13 trillion. This one we're in now, the QE, we're going to get wiped out about $20 trillion. This is going to be huge. So who's making the money? The very, very wealthy. Well, who can stop them from making these decisions? Well, you can't, because they're the very, very wealthy, the 1/100th of 1%. They control the Federal Reserve. They make a decision not to raise rates when they should have been raising rates in the dot-com to stop this inflation, prices going up. They didn't, because they're getting rich in the market. When the housing came, they did the same thing. They controlled the Federal Reserve. They kept interest rates down because remember, about 5% of our population controls 80% of the stock market's wealth. So that's why we're in our third bubble. They're going to do a fourth bubble. And now we're almost ready to crash. If you don't believe it, then why do you think we're going to be so lucky we're not going to crash when we're at the same point where we were with the dot-coms right now? We're at the same point where we were with the housing con. We're right there right now. And now the QE bubble we're in right now, we're at the same exact place. We had the prices inflating, keeping interest rates too low for too long, and nobody pulled the lever and said, let's raise rates to stop this. Well, why would you raise rates? I can't get rich in the stock market. And these guys are so wealthy from the stock market, 3 times in a row now, they never care about you or Main Street. That's why you're struggling. That's why we got the very, very rich, and we got now no more middle class. Middle class is shrinking. We're going to be rich and poor. Why do you think the big push is on for socialism? Because as long as they can get rid of the middle class, that's what they've been doing. So our economy right now, nobody's paying attention to it because they're paying attention to these idiots who want to impeach Trump. Stupid. But we're paying attention every day. That's why you should be a gang member. Because to us, whether the market going up or down, we're making money. And when the market crashes, we're going to even make more money. You can't do that in a 401k, by the way. They don't allow you to make money with the market going down. Think about that. They screw you on the way up. And then when the market starts crashing, you can't even make money on the way down. Join my gang, philsgang.com. Be on the right side of these bubbles. They're all manufactured. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang now so you're always on the right side of these bubbles making money. See you on the charts.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.